can't see the places where you belong,
but you will find that there is a purpose. It's been there within you all along.
It is a beautiful sunny Friday in the city of Ibadan, and you have just tuned into Omoluwabi 87.7 FM. I am Oluwatosin Oluwafemi. You're welcome to another edition of Corpus and Gout. And of course, I am definitely not the only one in the studio. Here with me is...
Hi, Tosin. Good afternoon. My name is Hope Sadu, and I'm also excited to be here.
Okay, also there's a guest speaker that will properly educate us on today's topic, but I will leave Hope to do the introduction much later. So, Opsado, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. I love your pink gown. You come and show me your plug, oh.
No, that one is not a problem. No, I'm always a girl's girl now.
I trust you.
So how have you been? Like, there's this recent change in weather. How are you coping with it?
I even said I was going to talk to you about it when I get to the studio today. But unfortunately, we've not had time. I just have to cope. I don't know. I like the fact that it's no longer raining.
Okay.
I think I like that, but we have to get used to the
dusty, dry season
yes.
and all that. Are you smelling Christmas?
I don't know. If I say I'm not a Christmas person now, it might be weird.
Oh no, that's fine. It's okay. But then I think I am smelling Christmas, and I am already looking forward to Christmas.
So the next gown you're going to wear now is definitely a pink gown.
Maybe.
I say pink, red. Red is the color for Christmas.
Maybe we could do green as well. You know, there's this red, this green. There's color for Christmas, so that is fine. So today, you may be wondering that, okay, what do we have for you today? The topic for today that we'll be discussing on is the role of NYSC core member in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG. Yeah. And you may be wondering, what does this NYSC SDG mean and the role they play in the community and the likes? Well, that's why we are here today. And in order to educate you with the help of our guest today, you should stay tuned. But before we delve into the discussion properly, we will go in on a music break. We'll be going on a music break, and when we come back, we will go into the discussion properly. So stay tuned and do not go anywhere.
There are times when might feel aimless. You can't see the places where you belong,
but you will find that there is a purpose. It's been there within you all along.
When you're near it, you can almost hear it.
Okay, we're back, guys. Tosi wanted to play a lovely song for you people. Person, you definitely played the song for them, Abby. I know you like music. Okay, so we have a very interesting topic today. We're talking about the role of core members in achieving the SDG. In 2020, the Punch and Channels reported that the federal government were going to engage core members in implementation of SDG 2030. And if you check the newspapers, you see that there have been updates like this, that core members and the federal government are working together. Now the question is, what is the role of core members in achieving SDG? I know you might be wondering what's SDG, but don't worry. We have our guest today who happens to be the president of Oyo Copper Volunteers Batch 2, right? Am I correct? B1. His name is Tunde Adeosun. I was hoping you would correct me. I knew you would do that.
Tunde Adeosun. No, I can pardon you. You know,
See,
the fact that you're not a Yoruba. So
by the time I'm done with my service here, I will be speaking Yoruba.
I am so rooting for you.
Yeah, but we have him in the studio today. How are you doing, Tunde? Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm doing good. Thank you.
Thank you very much for gracing our studio with your presence today. So we're hoping you tell us what SDG is and what is this 17 goals that you people are hoping to achieve.
Oh, thank you for the question. SDG means Sustainable Development Goals, and these are the United Nations goals to be achieved by the end of 2030. We have 17 goals involved in the SDG, and they cut across every human endeavor, talking from quality education to health, to climate change, to global warming, to water, to land, and so on and so forth. So the goal of Sustainable Development Goals, like the name implies, is to make sure that globally they have development, like every country, every continent in the world is developed. And development should be sustainable, not just development that comes with, few time, the sustainable one. Thank you.
Okay, Tosin, did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard
Development
that.
should be sustainable.
Of course it should be, and the fact that the things that he listed is not just in small community, and it's not just maybe developing community that needs all of those things to be achieved. Even in a developed community, they also need all of those things to be implemented. So it's really a good one. I'm impressed.
So that will make me want to ask, how do you make a goal sustainable?
Thank you. For a goal to be sustainable, it's a different thing when you just want to achieve something. The different thing when you are looking at that thing beyond the immediate time. You're looking at the future.
Yeah.
Okay, even when we are making this goal, we are long gone. The lasting impact the goal is going to have. So when you are making a goal sustainable, you have to make sure that before you start the goal, there are process, there are plans you want to follow. Okay, not like you are just going to the goal just for us doing it. I just want to do it for doing sake. You have a plan, you have a structure you want to follow to make sure that okay, at the long run, whether you are there or not, this goal will remain. The impact this goal wants to achieve will be achieved and will keep on being there irrespective.
All right, I like that. So that means that Oyo Corpa have a plan to achieving this goal. So let me ask you, what role is the core members, especially the ones in your batch, playing now to help achieve these 17 sustainable development goals?
All right. Basically, NYC encourages volunteering and community development. Okay. And I think every sustainable development goals, be it quality education, be it healthcare, be it water, land, has to be with our community. Okay. So the community development service that NYC encourages plays a vital role for COP members to be able to, partake actively in sustainable development goals. So every COP members, be you in SDG or not, because we have different CDS, we have the education CDS, we have the charity CDS, we have the BUN CDS. Every one of us, the fact that you are into community development, you are playing a sustainable development goal, be it in education or in health or in security, anyone at all. So NYC, through the use of community development services, and make sure that every COP member, every one of us, play a role in sustainable development goal.
Okay, so that will bring me to asking that what are some ways that core member can achieve the SDG, development goals and all that?
Yeah, the ways NYC COP members can achieve sustainable development goals is through participating actively in community services. And at every point in time, every one of us, be you are teaching in a school or you are posted to an hospital, etc., anywhere at all, but the moment you are actively engaged in the community of, like, in which your PPA, the public, your primary assignment is involved, automatically you are playing a role. So, yeah, automatically. So, NYC COP members have been able to, achieve sustainable development goals by playing active roles in every environment they find themselves, be it teaching in a school or being an healthcare, be anywhere you are. The fact that you're actually serving as NYC has mandated you to serve,
you're already
automatically playing
a role and achieving.
Exactly.
That's perfect. So I would say that I am also already doing so by coming here to educate
exactly.
everyone listening
it's
right
under
now.
The quality education.
Okay.
What you're just doing now is quality education. No, some people at home do not know about sustainable development goal, but with this program, you just automatically, educate them towards it. So you've played your role in Sustainable Development Goal, which is the Goal 4, SDG Goal 4, which is quality education. It can be formal or informal education.
I was hoping that you even throw light into the 17 goals. I know there's no poverty, there's quality education, there's gender equality. Can you throw more light into the 17 goals?
Yeah, for the 17 goals, like I said earlier, the aim of all of these goals is to make sure that every community, every country is developed and there is no discrimination. And we used to believe that by the time we actually achieve the whole 17 goals, which is quality education, no poverty, clean water is very important, health is important, we have job and opportunities, gender equality, that is both guys and girls, male and female, should be given equal rights to thrive in a community. All of these goals is to make sure that we have a very good environment, a very good community society whereby everyone is given an equal right. By the time there is employment for everyone, there is quality education for everyone, there is good health, there is good water, clean water, automatically the world is going to be a good place for us to live in.
Definitely.
So that's exactly our goal in Sustainable Development Goal.
Okay. While you're trying to achieve all of that, would you say there are some difficulties that you face that is stopping you from achieving that when you go out there in the community to want to play your role?
Yes, definitely. And the first challenge you face whenever you're trying to carry out a project, even if it's not development goal, I think it's financial incapacity.
Okay.
In the case of Nigeria, you have the plan, you understand that there's something going on in the community. The first thing is you have to understand what is going on in that community. You don't just go to a community and say, these people, they need education. No. You have to have taken your time, look at what is their need in this community. Is it quality education? Is it good water? Is it poverty? Is it hunger? So the moment you understand this concept, the next thing you have to do is what? Seek a way to actually help them eradicate it. But that's where the money constraint comes in. Where do you have the money? Okay, you've got to a situation whereby students are not going to school in the local community, that's in Ekiti, and for you to enroll them in a school, you need money.
Sure.
So as a COP member, relying on Alawi, how do you, even though you want to do, how do you pull out resources to get that one? That's the first challenges we do face when we are trying to carry out a project. And again, there is community apathy. They are not interested because they feel like they don't understand the concept of what you are coming to do.
I was even going to ask that how do you deal when a community, they don't want this thing you are trying to bring to their society?
Exactly. That's when you have to build trust with the community leaders first.
Okay.
Because for every community, we have leaders. For every group, there's a leader. So if you are able to build trust with whoever the leader of that community or whoever the leaders are, and they can understand, you can clearly identify that, okay, this and this is what we are trying to achieve. Definitely you'll be able to infiltrate into the other members of the community. So these are challenges, from the financial incapacity to the community apathy. These are challenges, many challenges that we face by trying to carry out a project in every community. Do you understand? Yeah.
I can imagine you wanting to help a community and they're saying no. I'm trying to help you.
Because they do not understand the impact of what you want to do. Until you actually make them understand that, okay, this and that is why for every sustainable development goal, we don't just embark on projects. There's something we call we write our project analysis. Okay, this is what I want to achieve. These are ways by which we are going to achieve this goal. This is the yardstick we use to measure that, okay, I have actually achieved this goal or not. So these are the things you have to tell them ahead that, okay, this is what we want to do, this is what we want to achieve, this is how we are going to do it, that it won't affect maybe your community rules and regulations that you have set aside. You get so these things, it's a process. And
majorly tell them the benefit they are going to get from them.
Because they are more interested in the benefits than whatever the process you want to follow actually. So that's how it works.
Okay. So since we became core members, I think it's about 5 months now, what special project are you people working on to achieve this sustainable development goal? Is that something you can share?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
During the break, actually we left camp during the break, and sincerely, the Oyo State SDG, that's the general Oyo State SDG, we had the free summer coaching for secondary schools in Oyo State.
Wow, that's
focusing on Ibadan precisely.
Okay.
And it was at 3 different centers in Ibadan. One was at Obakinyele, at Pashongu, and so students turned up. public school students tends to be at home during this period. Private school have coaching lesson, but most public schools don't have this. So we have to come up, okay, this is something we can do. And for the 3 centers, we had approval from the NYC, from the Ministry of Education in Oyo State. They really supported, and the Oyo State SDG generally had this free summer coaching from biology. In fact, away from the formal school, we have skit training for them. We have computer literacy training for them, and it was a success.
That's impressive.
And I'm happy to say that we still have more projects that we're actually working on to be, but this one has been a success already.
Okay.
And in fact, the commendation for me was high.
Wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
So which one should we now look forward to again, aside this one that's already been accomplished?
Yeah, we're actually working on new ones that will focus on health, that will focus on leadership. And one thing about SDG is, aside from the general project, you're also free to carry out a personal or individual project. So I believe that every corp member in SDG are actually planning something beautiful and nice on their own individual part, so that they get get to know yet, but later they have to share also, okay, this is the project I want to carry out on. But as a general team of the volunteers of SDG in Oyo State, COPA, we actually have more. But I will just say more. Which is going to be made public, the moment we say, okay, go ahead with it, we can go ahead with it.
Okay, so those core members that are listening right now, they are not part of the SDG CDS group. How can they assist? How can me and Tosi has money? She looks like she has money.
Please let my
how can we assist you?
Yeah.
How can we assist?
Like I said earlier, be you in SDG or not, every one of us, we're actually active members of sustainable development goals. Now we might not take note of it because it is not intentional, but every of our acts, intentional or not, has to do with what sustainable development goals. But as corp members, as individuals, and that wants to see a good society, you can actually support us, financially, morally. Sometimes we don't even need the money. We need influence. Yeah, sometimes influence. You're in the community and you have the influence. Okay, what you guys just did now, you are giving us a platform to showcase NYC SDG. This is something on its own. So it's not about the probably financial aspect alone. Sometimes we need the influence in the community. Okay, this person, this community, I want to carry out this thing. Please, can you help us talk to people about this? Okay, we need a all. Can you please lend us your so these are majorly how even in SDG goal, the goal 17 is partnership and collaboration. That is, people focus they are not focusing on the other 16 goals, but are focusing on how they can partner and collaborate with other NGOs, public institutions, private institutions to achieve the 16 goals. Yeah, so that's how it is. So everything is about the goals. You can focus on partnership and collaboration. So being as a corp member, when you had the summer coaching, there are some of the teachers that are not in SDG. Yes, and the lecture, they are in other CDS groups, but they join those and lecture students because they are good in that aspect, in mathematics, in English. So it's not necessary that you are part of SDG before you can make that impact. Exactly.
Okay, that's very good. Okay, another question from my own end is, what a future initiative could NYC implement to help core member contribute more effectively to the SDG? What would you suggest?
For me, I would suggest a NYC SDG project fund.
Okay.
Yeah. Most times, like I said earlier, what discourages most of us from carrying out projects is funding.
Finances.
It's financing, sincerely. And when you want to carry out a project as an SDG, you forward your project proposal to NYC for approval. So when you forward this kind of project and they see how viable the project is, they can actually say, okay, this project is viable, it's sustainable. We have a project fund somewhere. Okay, we can actually support this project with so amounts. This is going to make, as a corp member, either as a group or individual, it's going to boost our morale that,
there's a fund somewhere. We just need to.
I need more. I need to just reach out. But if you are the one seeking for this thing from scratch up, it's not always so easy, sincerely. So that's one thing. Then another thing is the second one. They've actually started it already, which is the training on camp, during orientation camp.
Okay.
I received my training as an SDG volunteer on camp.
I did too.
On camp. Yeah, she did too. So it's a very good one. But I would want us to be more practical on camp.
Okay.
Because most times when we leave camp, it's always hard outside, the stress of PPA, accommodation. But when you have carried out a project on camp, it's always that to say, this thing that we did on camp, I want to continue. Like the
morale will be there.
Not just we are just trained on screen. Yeah, we are trained on screen. We are actually able to carry it out one. Though we were able to do that as B1 Corp member.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess focusing on clean environment. We provided waste baskets inside camp so that people can actually dispose waste. But this should be a continuum process so that incoming corp members, away from being orientated in camp, will be able to have to carry out a physical project already in camp. So this is going to assist. Then the project fund is very, very necessary. So it can help us as corp members to be able to boost our morale towards planning something nice projects for our community.
Okay, so the major thing is the funds. The funds is needed. That's why I usually tell Hope we say I'm always talking about money, but then money is like
so
one of
it's
one of the vital things that make things happen. You can have a lot of plans, a lot of projects that you want to carry out. You have a way to go around it, and the limiting factor is going to be the money needed. So there's not how you take out the money aspect of whatever project or volunteer you try to offer, as much as it is not the only thing, but it is one of the important thing. So I'm sure the NYC they will work on that. I'm sure they listen and they've heard and they will work on that, and there's going to be an improvement on that aspect. So what else will you offer our guests?
I'm just excited that Tunde is able to do all of these amazing things. I'm wondering, am I really doing the right thing in my life?
So he mentioned earlier, he said we are actually doing one of it, that is by educating. So we bringing him here, we've been a part of the SDG community as well. So we've done something. So you shouldn't feel like you are not doing anything. So now that we know, we can also go and learn more about the other goals and see that, okay, how can I come through? How can I do something different than this that I am already doing? So that's it. That's what I'll say.
Okay, well, I'm glad that we're having this awesome conversation. If you just tuned in, this is the Corpus Hangout on omoluwabi 87.7 FM. We do this every Friday by 12:20 p.m. My name is Hope Sado. We have Tosin in the studio, and we have our guest Tunde Adeosun. Did I get it?
Adeosun.
Hey, I will not bite my tongue. Anyway, we're going to go on a quick musical break, and when we come back, we'll continue this awesome conversation. Do stay tuned. Okay, we're back, and we're about to leave the studio. So, Tunde, just before we go, you did mention that you like to talk about the importance of sustainable support for SDG projects beyond the service year. So, very quickly, let's hear about that.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Many corp members initiate impactful projects during the service year, but the moment they finish the service, it's ends there, and then you have to start coming back again, and sometimes you do not even have the chance to go back to it again. So I think NYC should focus on building sustainable platform for corporates. But even when we are done with our NYC service, the project that we initiate in the community is a continuous project. The project can continue, from mentorship of new coming members to engagement with NGOs, with even the community leaders, so that this thing will not just end there. If you are focusing on educating students in your local community, and after your service year, those students go back to what they have been doing before, because there's nobody to continue that project. Do you understand? So we need sustainable projects. We need sustainable platform for corp members to carry out projects and to continue after the service year. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for coming to enlighten us. And that's all we can take on the show today. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Hope Sado.
And I am Oluwatosin Oluwafemi. See you next week. Bye for now.